Hello friends, myself Minal Deshpande. Students, once again we are going to learn through our online teaching program. Students, in our previous video, I gave one activity to you. Hope so that activity completed by you. Yes? Okay. Now, in our today's video, we are going to our history's lesson number 5. Religious trends in ancient India. Students, you know that towards the end of the Vedic period, the minute details of Yajna rites acquired undue importance. Undue means excessive or over importance. So only the priestly class had knowledge of those details. Whatever the Yajna rites are there, that details are only known by the priestly class. So others no longer had the freedom to gain that knowledge. That time freedom was not given to other classes that they can take that knowledge. So the Varna system restrictions became very hard in the course of time. A person's social position was decided by the Varna and into which he was born rather than by its achievements. That time, the person whose social position was decided by his Varna, not by his achievements. So, that is why from the Upanishad period, we see that attempts were made to give a wider scope to religious thought and not restrict it only to yajna rites. Wider scope means large scope. Yes or not? And however, the thought in Upanishad focused on the existence and nature of the soul. So, in Upanishads, whatever things told by them that was too hard or too difficult for ordinary people to understand it, means whatever knowledge or whatever thing they want to reach to the people, that is not easy, that thoughts was not easily understood by the people. So this gave rise to different sects that emphasized the worship of particular deities. Because of that, what happened, there were different sects, yes or not, and they are worshipping their particular deities means their particular god. For example, we can say the Shaiva sect of Shiva worshippers, the Shaiva sect who worshipped Shiva, and the Vaishnava sect of worshippers of Vishnu. They worshipped whom? They worshipped by Vishnu. Different Puranas were written with reference to these deities. Now, certain trends around the 6th century BCE made attempts to express religious thought in such a way and that the common man would understand it easily. In 6th century, what happened? Some religious thoughts are expressed by them and common people or common man who would understand it easily. So many people realized that every person is free to find the way of his own upliftment. Upliftment means progress, yes or not? And this led to the establishment of new religions. Person knows in next time, or we can say afterwards, the person know that he or she has a freedom for his progress or her progress. So there was the establishment of new religions. These religions emphatically stated that discrimination on the basis of a caste has no place in an individual's upliftment. They told that discrimination should not be there, and because of the caste there should not be any place for the individual's upliftment. Emphatically means not a really. See, the work of Vardhaman Mahavir and Gautam Buddha is of special importance among the proponents of new thoughts. Proponents means one who supports something and advocate. Now, Vardhaman Mahavir and Gautam Buddha, these two great peoples who gave special importance, or they have special importance because of their new thoughts, new concepts, new ideas. Okay, now we are going to our point number 1, 5.1 Jainism. See students, already I told you that there were many religions in our India, and already we took information about Hinduism in our previous lesson. Now in this lesson, mostly in first point we are going to learn about Jainism. First one, the Jainism is one of the ancient religions in India. In our India, this is the ancient religion. This religion gives importance to the principle of non-violence. Non-violence is the main principle of Jainism. Non-violence means involving extreme or force or motion. According to the Jain tradition, a person who reveals religious knowledge is known as a Tirthankar. Reveals means whose hidden things or who is giving a knowledge about their religion. Okay, the Tirthankar. There have been 24 Tirthankars in all. Vardhaman Mahavir is the 24th Tirthankar in the Jain religious tradition. Okay. Now, actually, Vardhaman Mahavir and his period was 599 BCE to 527 BCE. There was a Mahajanapada known as Vriji in what is known as the state of Bihar today. Its capital was Vaishali. Vardhaman Mahavir was born in Kundagram, a part of Vaishali. His father's name was Siddharth and mother's name was Trishila. Vardhaman Mahavir left his home and all comforts for the attainment of knowledge. See, Vardhaman Mahavir, now we are taking information about him. And he left his home. He also left his comforts. He also just came from his house. He left his house for what? For the attainment of knowledge. He attained it. Enlightenment after 12 and a half years of rigorous tapa. This knowledge was pure or keval. Therefore, he is also known as Kevali. He was called Jina or conqueror because. Why he is known as Jin or conqueror? Because the joy derived from physical comforts and the discomfort felt due to undesired things had no impact whatsoever on him. The term Jain derives from the word Jina. Vardhaman is said to be Mahavir because he had the resilience. What is mean by resilience? Means the mental ability to recover quickly from depression, illness or misfortune. Now, the courage to conquer all passions. Passions means what? Any great, strong or powerful emotion, especially romantic, love or hate, any kind of emotion. Now, conquer means win. He conquered on all his desires, his passions. Yes or not? Means all are in control. So he known as a conqueror. After the attainment of a knowledge, he preached for about 30 years to explain the essence of religion to people. He explained whatever knowledge he got after leaving his home, whatever knowledge he got or how he known Jina, because he properly he had that courage to conquer all passions, and he gave the knowledge to the people to make it easy for a people to understand it. He spoke to them. He spoke with the people. He explained them very properly, and he used Ardhamagdi, a people's language. Why he used Ardhamagdi? Because he want to reach his knowledge to each and every people, that common people can understand whatever thought he want to express. So he used that language. The religion that he expounded laid stress on good conduct. His main or basic thing, whatever he is going to praise, that is good conduct. Every person's conduct is the main thing, or we can say the conduct is the mirror of that person. And he said that the good conduct should be there. The essence of his teaching for good conduct is contained in five great vows, that is known as the Pancha Mahavritas, and the three jewels means three Ratna. The assembly held by the Tirthankar to preach to people was known as now Samavansaran in Ardhamagdi. Now it is based on equality. Equality. People of all varnas had entry to it. Means there is no discrimination. Those who want to take a part or those who want to follow that Panchashila or Pancha Mahavratas or three Ratnas, they can follow it. They can go into it and they had entry to it. Now actually main point, that is the Pancha Mahavratas, the five great vows. These are five rules to be followed strictly. Some rules are there in Jainism, or we can say in that Pancha Mahavratas, that person have to follow. From them, the first one, that is ahimsa, means non-violence. No living being should be hurt, injured or harmed through one's behavior. Now our behavior should be very pure, very proper, that we will not make harm to anyone. That type of care we have to take. So no one or no living being should be hurted by us or injured by us. That type of behavior we have to carry in ahimsa, or it is known as the non-violence. Second, that is satya or truth. Every speech and action should be the true, means our action, our speech or everything should be a very pure, very truth. Okay. Third one, asteya, non-stealing. Asteya means theft. Taking what belongs to others without their consent is theft or stealing. Asteya means not stealing anything. Don't steal anything. Okay. Next one, that is for aparigraha, non-attachment. Means man tends to accumulate property due to greed. Yes or not? So aparigraha means not hoarding or accumulating anything in this way. Means whatever your need is there, according to your need, you have to collect the things, or you have to collect your money or whatever you want. Don't be greedy. Greedily you will not do anything. So don't be greedy. Don't use that greediness, or don't accumulate, means store property, okay, which is unnecessary. Now next, that is brahmacharya, means a chastity. It is means living bodily pleasures and following the vows. All bodily pleasures we have to leave, or happiness or bodily happiness, everything we have to leave in it. That is known as brahmacharya. We have to follow that. Okay. In this way, five, or we can say five great vows, or we can say these are the five rules, or these we can say the Pancha Mahavratas, means ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya. Okay. Now we are going to three ratna. Now three jewels. The three jewels are the three principles. Samyak darshan means right faith, Samyak Gyan means right knowledge, and Samyak charitra means right conduct. Samyak means balanced. Everything should be balanced. Whatever balance should be there. See in which things, three things should be balanced in our life. Samyak darshan means to understand the truth in the preaching of the Tirthankar and to have faith in it. Second, Samyak Gyan, studying the preaching and philosophy of the Tirthankar regularly and learning its deep meaning. Always take the knowledge of that proper thing, whatever Tirthankar is going to give to the people, and learn it and just mind it. Third, Samyak Charitra means strictly following the five great vows. Whatever five great vows told, by me. Now the Panchamahavratas that also have to follow strictly, that are known as Samyak Charitra. These three are three Ratnas, three jewels. Okay, Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra. Okay, means how the pearls or whatever valuable pearls are there, valuable stones are there, the same way these three things are just as like as a jewels or as like as a ratna. Okay, now next, that is the essence or the teachings of Vardhaman Mahavir. Now essence means a significant feature of something. Now some features are there of the teachings of Vardhaman Mahavir. What are they, or what are the teachings of him? See, among the teachings of Mahavir, now there is Anekantavada considered to be very important in the quest for truth. Quest means a mission. What mission is taken by him? That mission was taken by him, that is the truth. Now, truth is the base of this religion. It means the pluralism or multiple viewpoints. In our quest for truth, if we focused on only one or two aspects or views of the point or draw conclusions, the whole truth is not known. Therefore, it is necessary to pay attention to all aspects of an issues. So, if people follow this, they develop tolerance towards the opinion of other people in society. So, give up the attitude of stubborn. Stubborn means refusing or to move or to change one's opinion. Okay, and whatever opinion is there, firm opinion, persisting in obtaining something in behavior, means in the behavior whatever is there, that attitude should be changed by him. The same way Vardhaman Mahavir, who have stubborn adherence to their own opinion, okay, means he gave some support. Vardhaman Mahavir taught the people that the greatness of a man does not depend on his varna. Whatever told by in Vedic civilization or in Vedic period, that Varna system was there, but he is not accepting that. He said that greatness of the man does not depend on his Varna but on his excellent conduct. His conduct should be very excellent. In the Vedic tradition, the doors of knowledge had slowly been closed to women. In Vedic tradition, the doors of the knowledge had slowly been closed to the woman, that we know. But Vardhaman Mahavir gave the right of sannyas, means the right to renounce the world. Woman too, means women can also take the sannyas and they are also having the right with the men. His teachings were main. Whatever the main teachings of him, love all living things, have mercy and compassion, and live and let live. The main thoughts of him. Whatever the teachings of Vardhaman Mahavir preached Panchamahavratas consisting of ahimsa, satya, asteya, parigraha, brahmacharya. Or also he emphasized the excellence of one's character. He also preached love of all living beings and asked people to practice mercy and compassion. Also he preached the idea of live and let live. In this way, these are the teachings of Vardhaman Mahavira. Now, in this video, I already told you about Jainism, also the 24 Tirthankars. Also, I told you about Vardhaman Mahavir, his information about him. Also, I told that whatever the Panchamahavratas and what are the three Ratnas or three jewels. Next, I told you about essence of his teachings. Okay? Students, now take your homework. Write short notes on. First, you have to write about Vardhaman Mahavir. Second short note, the teachings of Vardhaman Mahavir. Okay? Students, in our next video, we will learn next point from the lesson. Thank you.